Ceru, ka esat nedaudz izkustējušies. Ja arī nē, mēs turpinam. Mums ir laika ierobežojums, kas mums jārespektē. Tagad es lūdzu visus ieņemt savas vietas, ieņemiet vietas tie, kas vēlas uzdot savus jautājumus un kas vēlas dzirdēt atbildes uz saviem jautājumiem. Ja, kas
everybody has moved their legs.
Now that it's free, you can ask.
Tagad jūs varat jautāt.
Paceliet roku un es atnesīšu jums mikrofonu.
Man ir jautājums par vakcinācijas saistību ar imunitāti. Vai ir atļauts vakcinēties vai ne?
Kāds īsti jautājums ir? Vispārīgi?
So, what exactly about vaccinations?
What is the impact on immunity? Vaccination impact on immunity?
Do you want me that I will come again in Latvia?
Vai jūs gribat, lai es vēl atgriežos Latvijā?
Why you want to put me a death decree?
Kāpēc jūs man gribat nāves dekrētu izdot?
Because this is going to be uploaded in internet.
Tas tiks augšuplādēts internetā.
Then your medical society will say he's a heretic, he's not a doctor. He says.
Visi medicīnas sabiedrība pasludinās mani par šito ķeceri.
No.
Un izraidīs mani.
New scientist. Can we reprogram the immune system?
Vai mēs varam pārprogrammēt imūnsistēmu? Tātad tāds raksts.
Read slowly, because when a scientific article is published, they take care even what word they write. No?
Tad, kad tiek publicēts zinātniskais raksts, ļoti uzmanīgi tiek sastādīts, lietots katrs vārds.
The immune system may be far more flexible than we thought.
Imūnsistēma var būt daudz elastīgāka nekā mēs bijām domājuši.
The cells that coordinate the activities of the immune system.
Šūnas, kas koordinē imūnsistēmas aktivitātes.
Now listen carefully.
Tagad uzmanīgi klausieties.
Appear to change what?
Tātad izrādās, ka maina
identity
tās identitāti
in response to environmental factors.
Reaģējot uz apkārtējās vides faktoriem.
And then goes and explain, in detail.
Un tad sīkāk tiek paskaidrots.
Read, good lady, read this with me.
Tātad kundze lūdzu lasiet šo ar mani.
This is a subdivision of your immune system.
Tātad tas ir apakšnodaļa imūnsistēmai.
T helper 1 cells, T helper 1.
Tā kā T helper 1 šūnas.
Are equally flexible. Vaccines may not work as they're intended.
Ja šīs te šūnas ir vienlīdz elastīgas, vakcīnas var nedarboties kā plānots.
Now, in theory, vaccination
teorijā vakcinācija
is taken an almost dead microorganism, almost dead.
Tiek ņemts gandrīz mirs mikroorganisms.
We put it inside the body.
Mēs to ievietojam ķermenī.
So the immune system can take this.
Un imūnsistēma var to paņemt.
It's easy to kill and to have memory. It's easy to kill this almost dead.
Ir viegli nogalināt šo gandrīz mirušo organismu.
Then
paņemt
all these are in theory.
Tad tas viss ir teorijā.
And then the immune system has memory.
Tad imūnsistēmai tiek piešķirta atmiņa.
So next time that something real invasive comes in, the immune system is more flexible to fight it back.
Un līdz ar to, tad, kad kaut kas līdzīgs nāk ķermenī, organismā, tad imūnsistēma atcerās un var cīnīties.
That is in theory.
Tas ir teorijā.
In practice is a different story.
Praksē ir cits stāsts.
I don't have today to handle with the vaccination.
Es šodien nevaru tikt galā ar vakcināciju.
But there is a myth that the vaccines contribute to the social health, better health. No.
Bet ir mīts, ka vakcīnas dod devumu sabiedrības veselībā.
No. What contributed to the
Nē.
better health status was the change in economical state of people and better cleaning practices. Hygienic practice. Yeah, yeah.
Tas, kas ir devis devumu sabiedrības veselībā kopējā, ir ekonomiskā stāvokļa uzlabošanās un higienas apstākļu uzlabošana.
Now, what I can tell to you is the following.
Ko es jums varu pastāstīt?
Our immune system,
Mūsu imūnsistēma
from our birth,
no mūsu dzimšanas
knows and has all the receptors for anything that is outside, even before they come to the first contact.
Pazīst un ir zināšanas par visiem receptoriem, ko pat viņi nav satikusi.
That means there is already programming your immune cell
Tas
gene
nozīmē, ka jau ir jau programma šajā imūna šūnā,
to fight anything that is in the world without even knowing it.
Lai cīnītos ar visu, kas ir pasaulē, pat neiepazīstot to.
Only has to be activated
Tikai to ir jāaktivizē.
and wisely guided, because if it's not
Un
wisdom,
gudri jāvada.
then you have autoimmune disease
Jo,
fighting
ja
back.
nav gudrība, tad ir autoimūnsistēmas
So I have written a whole book about vaccines,
Es esmu uzrakstījis veselu grāmatu par vakcīnām,
and this is one reason why the medical society, they call me heretic.
un tas ir iemesls, kāpēc medicīniskā sabiedrība man sauc par ķeceri.
But you see, the Hippocratic oath,
Bet, jūs zināt, ir Hipokrāta zvērests,
it says something more ethical than just making money or saying lying to the people.
Hipokrāta zvērests ietver sevi daudz vairāk ētiskās vērtības nekā vienkārši nopelnīt naudu no
And
ārstēšanas.
today we have top class scientists
Un šodien mums ir augstākās klases zinātnieki,
that they say that the increase of autoimmune diseases,
ka autoimūnu saslimšanu pavairošanās, alerģijas,
autism, you know what's
autisms
and even cancers
Un pat
has to
vēži.
do because of the massive vaccinations.
ir pieaudzis masīvās vakcinācijas dēļ.
If that's true,
Ja tā ir patiesība,
I know, but I'm not telling you.
es zinu, bet es jums to nevaru pateikt.
It's another topic
To
to
nesaku,
discuss.
tas ir
But
jauns temats.
to cut the long story short,
Īsumā,
I will finish by saying this to you.
es noslēgšu ar šo sakāmo.
We have two vaccines for poliomyelitis.
Mums ir divas vakcīnas poliomielītam.
In the beginning was from Dr. Salk
Sākumā bija no doktora Salka
and then from Dr. Sabin.
un tad no doktora Sabīnas.
Today they use Dr. Sabin's vaccination for polio.
Tagad lieto doktora Sabīnas vakcināciju polio.
But for till 1970s also Dr. Salk's vaccine was worldwide
Bet līdz
given.
70. gadam doktora Salkas vakcīna bija
in front
plašāk lietot.
of the United States Congress.
Amerikas Savienoto valstu kongresa
When Dr. Salk was asked,
priekšā viņam tika jautāts,
the inventor of poliomyelitis vaccine,
kurš bija izgudrotājs poliomielītu vakcīnām.
the question from the senator was asked, what is the safest vaccines to do? Are there any safe vaccinations to do?
Vai ir kādas drošas vakcīnas, kuras veikt?
Dr. Salk replied,
Dr. Salka atbildēja,
the safest vaccine
drošākā vakcīna
is the one that you never do.
ir tā, ko jūs nekad neveicat.
So, I'm pretty satisfied with this answer.
Es esmu diezgan apmierināts ar šo atbildi.
Okay?
Labi.
Good. For more in another lecture.
Vairāk citā lekcijā.
Another question.
Paldies, te ir vēl viens jautājums par C hepatītu. Un tas skan šādi, vai man ir C hepatīts no 2000. gada, neesmu nekādu ārstēšanos veikusi, vai var uzticēties kaut kādām jaunām zālēm, kas ir Indijā parādījušās, un vai var izārstēt šo te hepatītu C? Tas ir jautājums no viena no jums, kas man rakstīs.
Hepatitis C or B, it can be fatal, especially to your liver.
Hepatīts C vai B var būt
Now, new medicine in India. New medicine in India. It's not new.
Jaunas zāles Indijā, tas nav jauns.
You have to see something. You have people, let's say today they do yoga and say, I do the exercise, I don't take the spiritual part of yoga.
Cilvēki veic jogu, viņi saka, es veicu vienkārši fiziskos vingrinājumus, es neņemu to garīgo jogas pusi.
But you cannot take it apart.
Bet to nevar atdalīt.
The Western mind is stupid by saying that I'll do the exercise of yoga.
Rietuma prāts ir stulbs, sakot, es darīšu tikai jogas fizisko daļu.
What is new medicine in India? Can you tell me? What?
Kas ir jaunās zāles Indijā?
With the meridians and Ayurveda, what else? Now you have to take the whole philosophical background of this medicine.
Jums ir jāsaprot viss filozofiskais fons šīm zālēm.
You cannot separate it.
Tās nevar atdalīt.
So, if we come to the conclusion that there is a kind of force or intelligent mind that can activate the gene for health,
ja mēs esam nonākuši pie secinājuma, ka ir ārējais spēks, kas var aktivizēt veselības gēnu,
then there has to be an opponent that can influence the gene for disease and death.
Tad ir jābūt kādam pretiniekam, kas var aktivizēt slimību un nāves gēnu.
He has a name.
Viņam ir vārds.
The Prince of Darkness.
Tumsas princis.
So, where you think all these ideas about new medicine and new techniques and methodology comes? From which kind of spirit and mind?
No kurienes jūs domājat, no kāda prāta un gara nāk jaunās tehnoloģijas, jaunā paņēma?
From light or from darkness?
No tumsas vai no gaismas?
Isaiah chapter 8 verse 20.
Jesajas 8:20.
If they speak not according to the law,
ja viņi runā pretī bauslībai,
there is no light in them.
Viņos nav gaisma.
To the law and to the testimony.
Pie bauslības un liecības.
Right?
Pareizi.
Christ said, without me can do nothing.
Kristus teica, bez manis jūs nenieki nespējat.
That's why gospel has importance of life and death.
Tāpēc evaņģēlija svarīgums ir nāves un dzīvības jautājums.
You see, in Hinduism there is not such understanding which I saw to you about gene level. They know nothing.
Hinduismā nav šādas zināšanas par gēnu līmeni. Nekā nav.
How can you trust a system that has more than 1,000 gods?
Kā jūs varat uzticēties sistēmai, kur ir vairāk kā 1000 dievu?
They have even gods that they put them the mice to drink milk, cow's milk.
Viņiem ir dievi, kuriem viņi dod govs pienu dzert.
What kind of revelation is this?
Kas tā par atklāsmi?
Give the rats to drink cow's milk.
Dot žurkām un govs pienu.
That someone may have found some relief from a technique and method.
Kāds varbūt atradis atvieglojumu no kādas tehnikas vai metodas.
This can work in a placebo effect.
Tas var darboties kā placebo efekts.
But you don't have evidence-based science.
Bet tur nav uz pierādījumu balstīta zinātne.
So for you, your hepatitis to be healed,
tātad jums, lai hepatīts tiktu izārstēts,
2 things have to happen.
Divām lietām jānotiek.
Your immune system has to deactivate or put in dormant state the virus.
Imūnsistēmā vajag deaktivizēt vai
in dormant, in sleep.
Vīrus guļošā stāvoklī.
And second, if an organ like the liver has been affected, has scar, some scars, then it has to be regenerated.
Ja orgāns kā akna, kurai ir skarts, tam jāatjaunojas.
Now, the thing is, can the liver be regenerated?
Jautājums, vai akna var tikt atjaunota?
For sure, yes.
Protams, jā.
Totally.
Pilnībā.
And it's one of the organs that can be totally regenerated.
Tas ir viens no orgāniem, kas var tikt pilnībā atjaunots.
When there's a real need for life.
Kad ir reāla vajadzība pēc dzīvības.
So my father-in-law used to have end-stadium liver cirrhosis.
Manam tēvam, manam sievtēvam bija pēdējā stadijas akņu ciroze.
3 times ascites. Ascites means fluid in the belly area, so they have to take out the fluid from the stomach, from the peritoneum.
Bija peritonija.
And the university professor of hepatology told me, no way, it's going down.
Profesors, kurš pasniedz hepatoloģiju, teica, ka nav variantu.
That happened before 6 years ago.
Tas notika pirms 6 gadiem.
The liver function of my father-in-law is well and alive.
Akna darbojas ļoti labi manam sievastāvam.
I told you there is no incurable disease.
Nav neviena nedziedināma slimība.
And it's not my saying, it's from Hippocrates.
Tas nav mans apgalvojums, tas nāk no Hippokrata.
Either the father of medicine didn't knew well, or the doctors today, they don't understand it right.
Vai nu medicīnas tēvs nezināja labi, vai arī šodienas ārsti nezina.
So, what I can propose to you, come to a program.
Ko es jums varu teikt, atnāciet uz programmu.
Come and taste and see.
Nāciet un baudiet un redziet.
Another question? Yes,
Vēl kāds
please.
jautājums?
Step back there, there's the young guy.
Vai doma var radīt vielu?
Can a thought create matter?
Yes?
Jā.
Yes.
Jā.
Today we know this. That thoughts and feelings create real, indeed matter. Yeah?
Šodien mēs to zinām, ka domas un jūtas rada reālu matēriju.
And it's a little bit complicated to explain to you.
Mazliet ir sarežģīti to izskaidrot.
We call it in physics the crush of wavelength ambulation.
Mēs saucam to
But yes,
zinātnē kaut ko saistītu ar
you
domu
see,
viļņiem.
in our Earth, in Newtonian mechanics
Mūsu
and Euclidean geometry, you know who's Euclides? In Syracuse, in Sicily? Euclides. And Newton, Isaac.
Newton, yes,
Okay.
yes.
In Earth we have Newtonian mechanics.
Tātad Zemē mums ir Newtona mehānikas
But in
principi,
the universe we have Lobachevsky mathematics.
bet universāli ir
Lobachevsky.
Lobachevska,
However, was a Russian scientist.
Krievu zinātnieks.
And
Kurš mēs
Riemann,
dzirdējuši.
the Riemann field. So it's another thing in the universe.
Tātad tas ir citi principi universāli.
Believe me, the best things are in front.
Es jau jums teicu, ka labākās lietas vēl tikai
I'm
priekšā.
excited.
Es esmu sajūsmināts.
So, please.
Lūdzu.
Is it okay if I ask the question in English?
Do it slowly so he can translate in Latvian.
So, would you recommend
Vai jūs rekomendētu
to take gonadotropin releasing hormone agonists for endometriosis? It's you can
Now, this is not your question because you are not a woman. And don't tell me that you have endometriosis.
if I have endometriosis, it's in my Latvian speaking.
Because if a man you have endometriosis, then something is wrong with you.
Varbūt kāds speciālists var pārtulkot latviski.
Now,
Tā jau.
what is your name?
Chris.
Chris. Now, Chris, that's personal question.
Tas ir personīgs jautājums, ko tu esi uzdevis.
Has to be from a lady that
Tas
suffers from
noteikti
endometriosis, right?
Sievietes, kas cieš no endometriozes,
Has been proposed this antagonist regarding the gonadotropin
kurai tiek
factor.
piedāvāts šis te antagonists, kas
I
veicina hormonu
cannot
izdevumu.
tell you right now if she has to take it or not.
Es tev pašlaik nevaru pateikt, vai viņai ir tos jālieto vai
Why?
nē.
Why?
Kāpēc?
Because I don't know the person.
Es nepazīstu personu.
I don't have the medical history.
Man nav slimības vēsture.
I don't know how she reacts, what's her lifestyle.
Es nezinu, kā viņa reaģē, kāds ir viņas
But what I
dzīvesveids.
can tell you to convey to her
Bet ko es varu tev pateikt, lai tu nodod viņai?
is that even if she takes this medication
Pat ja viņa lietos šīs zāles,
that is in experimental level,
tas ir eksperimentālā
will
līmenī.
not solve the problem, especially endometriosis.
Tas nerisinās problēmu, īpaši endometriozes.
Today they go laparoscopic operation and they just remove uteroids and fibroids and still comes back.
Šodien pat tiek veikta ķirurģiska iejaukšanās, izņemot ārā
Fibroids.
jā,
Tissue.
vienalga atgriežās tāpat slimība.
We have discovered parts of endometrium. Endometrium is the inner part of the inside the place, not your place here.
I lost you, my friend.
We will become a perfect couple.
Mēs kļūsim par sadarīgu pāri.
There is a great love here.
Mums ir brīnišķīga mīlestība jau šeit
The
vilmā.
beauty and the beast.
Skaistuma un briesmonis. The beast or beauty?
No, beauty and the beast.
The beast.
No, I'm the beast. He is Chuska. I'm the beast. You're the beauty.
Certain beast and
Now,
beauty.
we've discovered a tissue, endometrial fibroids,
I didn't translate your joke, but okay.
okay, even in the lungs of women.
Pat sievietes plaušās.
Not only in the peritoneum, in the lungs.
What is in the lungs? Endometriosis?
Yeah, endometriosis in the lungs.
Endometriosis ir plaušās.
In reality, it's the expansion of the tissue in the endometrium away from the place that has to be. It's like finding
Viņi pat izplašās pa visu ķermeni.
Finding from your sacrum or from your balls, part of your balls in your lungs.
Jā, atrodot vielas, kas ir sēkliniekos, atrodot pat plaušās, jā.
And do you know this disease, this syndrome is only in the Western society?
Vai jūs zināt, ka šis sindroms, šī slimība ir tikai rietumu sabiedrībā?
In third world countries, endometriosis is unknown.
Trešās pasaules valstīs tas nav zināms, endometrioze.
There are many causes, causal factors.
Ir vairāki cēloņi.
And speculations.
Un spekulācijas.
But do you know what's my personal understanding? I may be wrong.
Bet kas ir man personīgā izpratne, varbūt es kļūdos.
At least from my observation.
Vismaz no manas novērojumiem.
Endometriosis is an ultimate effort of a part of your body, an ultimate effort.
Ir milzīgs pūles daļai no ķermeņa.
In a part of your body to procreate and to create life, new life, somewhere else and not in the place that has to be created new life. You see 3 doctoral degrees?
I think I understood, but it shocked me. Radīt dzīvību nevis tur, kur viņa jārada dzemdē, bet kaut kur citur ķermenī.
You see, Chris, why on earth a part of the tissue from the endometrium to go, transport it, migrate and go in the lungs?
Kāpēc, lai daļa no...
Go in the kidneys.
Nokļūt citās vietās.
Even in the brain.
Pat smadzenēs.
What has to do endometrium to the lungs?
Kas endometrium ir jādara plaušās?
It's the ultimate need for this woman to create life.
Tā ir milzīga vajadzība šai sievietei radīt dzīvību.
Tomorrow when we start with the biology of breast and cancer, if you are here, you will understand.
Tālāk, tu nāc un klausies.
So for tomorrow the best, but that's my understanding.
Bet tā ir manas sapratne.
No matter what the woman do, laparoscopic surgery,
vienalga, ko lai sieviete darītu, vai ķirurģiski iejaukšanās vai zāles.
Like I told in the beginning, insanity, paranoia is to do the same thing and expect other results.
Neprāts ir darīt to pašu un sagaidīt citādākus rezultātus.
Another question?
Vēl kāds jautājums?
Te mums ir vēl, es domāju, pēdējais jautājums. Pārējie jautājumi, ko jūs esat sagatavojuši, ja jums ir rakstiskā veidā, nododiet tos man, mēs iekļausim nākošajā jautājuma sesijā. Šeit ir viens jautājums. 25-gadīgs puisis, multipulārā skleroze, 3 gadi jau guļošs, ir saņēmis cerību izārstēties no jums. Paldies. Jautā, ar ko sāk?
Year-old male, 35, male, multiple sclerosis, okay? For me? No, I cannot heal no one. Yeah, thank you. That's an honor, but I cannot heal.
The question is what to begin with.
What to begin? Kill your mother-in-law.
Nogalini savu īrmāti, sievsmāti.
Then shoot the pastor and the conference leader, president. I don't know.
Un tad nošauja konferences savienības vadītāju un
Now, like I said, regarding Chris and the young lady, like I said to Chris regarding endometriosis. For me, I'm not a prophet. I'm a human being. I cannot smell my fingers and make diagnosis, you know. Or do no. I have to have the person close to me. You see, before 2,500 years ago, when Hippocrates was teaching the new doctors in Greece, he said to them, when two sick people with the same disease come to the doctor, never ever try to heal the disease but the person. We call it personalized medicine today. So why, let's say, this woman here, with this good lady here, even if they are in the same age, the same city, same nationality, same faith, why she has diabetes and why she has diabetes, there are two different stories. I had in my program two young ladies. Same age, same place, everything same. Both they were athletes. Both with diabetes type 1. They come to the program. Same environment. They eat the same food. Next morning, both they wake up. We do blood test. She has 300, she has 90. Why? The food is the same. The same exercise. Depending according the interpretation of the message. Let me show you something. Let me show you a study that will really blow your mind. Nobody will leave from here. You stay till Monday morning here with me. Now, this is a very famous story of two twins, monozygotic twins. That means identical. Well, not, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tātad ļoti pazīstams stāsts par divām identiskajām dvīnēm.
No, they are not identical because even these twins, they don't have the same DNA.
Viņas nav identiskas, tāpēc, ka viņām pat nav DNS vienāds.
The story is very well known in psychiatry.
Psihiatrijā ļoti pazīstams stāsts.
Look what happened.
Kas notika?
These two young girls live with a mother only. The father has left the mother and their only mother.
Viņas dzīvoja pie mātes, tēvs bija pametis.
So, the Monday to Friday daily routine home duties.
No pirmdienas līdz ceturtdienā viņām bija mājas pienākumi.
Mother wakes up.
Mamma viņas pamodina.
Prepares breakfast.
Mamma pieceļās, sagatavo brokastis.
Takes the girl to the school.
Aizved meitenes uz skolu.
Then the girls come back 2 o'clock back from school.
2 atnāk atpakaļ no skolas.
Because mother is working.
Jo māte strādā.
The girls, they have key, they open the house, they get inside.
Meitenes atslēdz māju, iet mājā.
They prepare themselves.
Viņas sagatavojās.
2:30 mother comes in.
2:30 ienāk māte.
Hello. I prepare lunch.
Apsveicinās, sabučo.
Have lunch.
Es jums pagatavoju pusdienas.
That's it. Homeschooling, then they do the homework and then they go sleep in the evening.
Tad izmācās, vēl kaut ko dara, iet gulēt.
Now, there's almost the same genes, the same home, the same food, the same mother.
Tā pati māja, tā pati ēdiens, tā pati māte, gan tie paši gēni.
You cannot get closer, genetically speaking, than these two monozygotic teens.
Ģenētiski nevar būt vēl līdzīgāk.
Now, one day,
Vienu
mother comes 2:30 back from work.
Mamma atnāk 2:30 no darba.
Opens the door.
Atver duris.
Hi.
Apsveicinās.
Oh, I'm sorry. Today I cannot prepare food. I feel sick. I go to rest.
Es atvainojos, šodien es negatavošu pusdienas, es iešu atpūsties, es jūtos slima.
That's all.
Viss.
10 days later,
Pēc 10 dienām
this girl, as you see,
šī meitene,
has catatonic depression.
viņai ir katatoniska depresija.
She has to be hospitalized.
Viņai ir jāved uz slimnīcu.
She stays 7 years in the asylum.
Viņa 7 gadus psihiatriskajā klīnikā pavadīja.
Nobody can find just giving heavy medication and electroshock therapy.
Tikai ar smagām zālēm un elektrošoku terapiju.
Why she has depression?
Kāpēc viņai ir depresija?
Do you know why she got depression?
Jūs zināt, kāpēc viņai dabūja depresiju?
When mother came in that day,
Kad māte ienāca tajā dienā,
and she
mājās,
said, I feel sick, I will not prepare food for you.
es jūtos slim, es negatavošu jums ēdienu.
The one sister, this one, at your left,
Otra māsa,
do you know what she thought?
ko šī domāja?
My mother is sick.
Man mamma ir slima.
Okay,
Labi.
okay. Who asked if thoughts can create matter? Who
Kurš
asked?
jautāja, vai domas var radīt matēriju?
You. Now you get your answer.
Tagad jūs dabūsiet atbildi.
But do you know what the other sister thought?
Bet ko otra domāja?
My mother doesn't love me.
Mana mamma man nemīl.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
crazy. She
Bet cik traki varētu
interpreted that mother said I'm sick, that she's not willing to prepare food because she didn't love her.
Viņi interpretēja, ka māte saka, ka viņa ir slima, tāpēc, ka viņa nemīl. Viņi interpretēja to tā.
And for this reason, thought create matter.
Un tādēļ domas radīja matēriju.
And a psychotherapist after 8 years did a research on her and found the cause.
Un pēc 8 gadiem psihoterapists atrada iemeslu.
Now, if only one moment that one person said, I am sick, can be interpreted, she doesn't love me.
Ja tikai tas viens mirklis, tas viena frāze, es esmu slima, var tikt interpretēta kā mani nemīl.
Can you imagine
Vai jūs varat iedomāties,
when we say to each other,
kad mēs sakam viens otram,
I hate you,
es tevi ienīstu,
I don't want you anymore,
es tevi vairs negribu,
go away,
ej projām,
leave me alone.
atstāj man vienu.
Do you know what is happening in your brain?
Jūs saprotat, kas notiek jūsu smadzenēs?
Russian roulette
Krievu rulete
with 6 bullets inside the revolver.
ar 6 lodēm iekšā revolverī.
Okay? So, it's the interpretation.
Tā ir interpretācija.
Now, I see people say, oh, happened this to me, happened that to me, that's why I have these problems.
Un cilvēki saka, ka man notika tas, un tāpēc man bija šī problēma.
And they go and they just complain about God and life that, oh, I became like this because of him and that and
Un
that.
viņi vienkārši iet un sūdzās par dzīvi, un es kļuvu tāds, tāpēc, ka man tas un tas.
The last freedom that you have, the last freedom
Pēdējā brīvība, kas tev ir,
is the freedom to choose how you will react against the evil that is happening to you.
ir brīvība izvēlēties, kā tu reaģēsi uz ļaunumu, kas tev notiek.
This freedom nobody can take away from you.
Neviens šo brīvību jums nevar atvērt.
It's here and here.
Tas ir šeit.
So, we have to start changing things. What I can say to this person, the 35-year-old person,
Ko es varu teikt
come to a program.
cilvēkam nāc uz
Take
programmu?
time, come to a program. We're gonna be 10 days together.
Paņem laiku šai programmai, mēs būsim 10 dienas kopā.
And because in his case, to become healed, the immune system has to stop killing the myelin sheath in the neurons.
Jo viņa gadījumā ir imūnsistēmai jāpārtrauc nogalināt
This can happen.
imūnsistēmas šūnas.
What I can guarantee to you is that I can assure you that no matter what you have can be reversed and healed. I can assure that.
You can.
I can.
Es jums varu apgalvot, ka tas, kas jums ir noticis, to var atjaunot.
But if this happens to individual cases, I cannot guarantee.
Bet runājot par individuāliem gadījumiem, es nevaru garantēt,
Because I cannot get inside his brain.
jo es nevaru tikt viņa smadzenēs
Right?
iekšā.
I can just be close to him.
Es varu būt tuvu,
That's all.
un tas ir viss.
That's why, like I said before, the word doctor in Greek means servant.
Un tāpēc grieķu valodā doktors nozīmē ārsts.
The role of a doctor is to serve the needs of the
Doktora
people.
loma ir kalpot
We say
pacientu vajadzību.
we have an axiom in medicine
Mums ir aksioma medicīnā,
that the doctor very rarely, very seldom can heal.
ārsts ļoti reti var ārstēt. Dziedināt.
Sometimes may help.
Dažreiz var palīdzēt.
But always has to be next to the person that is suffering, showing compassion and love.
Bet vienmēr var parādīt līdzjūtību un mīlestību.
That's the role of a medical doctor.
Tā ir medicīnas
Any other question?
loma. Vēl kāds jautājums?
Just the last one. Okay.
Pēdējais.
Can you give him a microphone? This is the last one. Tomorrow we start.
Pēdējais. Rītdien mēs atsāksim.
Jūs pieminējāt alkohola slimību.
You mentioned.
Jūs pieminējāt alkohola slimību. Šī es saprotu, tās ir prionu saslimšanas. Tās ir prionu saslimšanas. Pirmo reizi prionus sāka atrast cilvēkēdājiem un arī atrada dzīvniekiem tā saucamā goju trakuma slimību. Tā ir taisnība, ka arī cilvēkiem pāriet šīs saslimšanas no dzīvnieku valsts uz cilvēkiem. Un nākošais jautājums ir... Nu labi,
Prion is proteins, are proteins. No. Eating other animals, feeding upon other animals, so they will become cannibalism, and that's why it's spread. This is what he said. No. No? This is the Encyclopedia of Alzheimer's.
Nē, ja es pareizi nodarbu informāciju. Tā ir Alzheimer enciklopēdija.
There have been a lot of studies regarding Alzheimer.
Daudz pētījumu Alzheimera.
And it's not today, but what I can show you in molecular level is this. This is cell surface.
Tātad tā ir šūnas virsma.
And this we call it beta secretase enzyme.
Un šo mēs saucam par beta sekretāzes enzīmu.
And we have the APP molecule here.
Mums ir APP molekula šeit.
What is happening here?
Tas, kas notiek apakšējā attēlā,
is that in your brain cells,
jūsu smadzeņu šūnās,
something is produced from a gene.
Kaut kas tiek ražots no gēna.
Here are your neurons, you see, like octopus.
Te ir neironi tā kā astoņkāji.
Here we magnify it there to the cell membrane, you see.
Palielināts līdz šūnas membrānai.
And your cell membrane, they have this kind of things, this APP, you see.
Un šūnas membrānai tādas tie APP.
It's like you have a structure with cement, and inside you have the iron bars.
Un ir tas tā kā cementa konstrukcijā ir dzels, sijas.
This APP are the iron bars that hold the cement together, concrete.
Nu tā kā kolonnas, kas tur.
Now, what we found with Alzheimer,
ko mēs atradām ar Alzheimeru,
that the gene is activated from the cell inside,
ka gēns tiek aktivizēts no šūnas iekšpuses.
Produce an enzyme,
kurš rada enzīmu.
It's like Pac-Man here, alpha or beta secretase.
Jā.
And this it's like this alpha and beta secretase, you see, it comes like scissors and cut off
šī alfa un beta sekretāzi,
the iron bars.
Šķērs un sagriež šo te dzels balstu.
So the structure is collapsing.
Un līdz ar to struktūra sabrūk.
You see, then we make the so-called amyloid plaques.
Un tad mums ir amyloid
plague.
Nu, tā kā slimība. Nu, tā kā
this brings in a domino effect the production of tau protein.
Tas domino efekta rezultātā rada tau proteīnu.
And you see how degenerating the cell, you see?
Un jūs redzat, kāds šūna tiek deģenerēta.
Here you see a normal brain with a scan.
Tur jūs redzat normālas smadzenes.
Where you see red color, here are the frontal lobes.
sarkanajā krāsā ir priekšējā
This is a
Dieva.
PET scan. PET scan.
Tas ir, what is PET?
PET, positron emission tomography.
Skaidrs,
Positron is anti-electrons. Electrons are matter, anti-electrons are positrons. It's very simple.
Jā, pozitronu skeneris ir lietots.
So, this shows the glucose metabolism, that is sugar in the brain and metabolize the sugar.
Tātad smadzenes pārstrādā cukuru.
Now, this is a brain from an Alzheimer and this is from a young child.
Tas ir Alzheimer, smadzenes ir Alzheimer slimība, un tas ir jauna bērna slimība.
What both they have in common
Kas viņiem ir kopīgs,
is that the frontal lobes doesn't function.
Ir tas, ka priekšējā daiva nedarbojas.
The frontal lobes are the part for the consciousness,
Priekšējā daiva atbild par apziņu,
the power of will,
gribas spēku
and morality.
un morāli.
So when the frontal lobes doesn't function, you have no morality, no free will, no conscience.
Priekšējā smadzeņu daiva nedarbojas, nav apziņa, nav
Now,
gribas
prions,
spēks, morāli.
and I believe that too, prions, these proteins,
Šie te proteīni, prioni, un es arī tā
that is the
uzskatu,
main cause for Riga6-6 disease,
ir galvenais
the human equivalent
Jakoba
of the mad cow disease.
Kas ir tā kā, govs trakumsērgas slimība.
So, how it happened?
Kā tas notika?
They were feeding cows animal protein, cannibalism.
Tātad viņas deva govīm dzīvnieku proteīnu, ja tā kā
Now,
kannibāls.
you have prions in your brain.
Tev ir prioni smadzenēs,
I have prions.
man ir
They are normal proteins. But in the Alzheimer
proteīni. Bet Alzheimer
or in
slimības gadījumā,
Riga6-6,
vai Jakoba Kroisla,
the molecular structure of the prion is changed.
molekulārā struktūra šiem
Let's say,
proteīnam,
normally the proteins, they do an unfolding in 3 dimensions.
parasti proteīni 3 dimensijās
Let's say
atklājās.
I want to hug him and I want to hug him like this.
Pieņemsim, es viņu gribu apskaut un es gribu apskaut viņu šādi.
So when we hug each other, he do this with his right leg, I do with my left, do this.
Un mēs apskaujamies šitā te.
So we are together.
Mēs esam kopā.
But in the prion, when the prions, the structure is changed,
Bet, kad prionu struktūra
he
izmainīta,
comes still like this to me.
viņš nāk šitā, es nāku šitā te.
Open. You want to hug me? And because my structure is right, I do this.
Oh,
No hug.
nekāda apskāvījuma.
Okay. Now, that prions have been accused
Šie te prioni tiek apsūdzēti,
that can have the same symptoms as Alzheimer. That's true.
ka viņiem var būt tāda paša
That means the
kā
Riga6-6 disease, the mad cow disease, has the same symptoms like the symptoms with Alzheimer.
tai Jakoba, tai
Riga6-6.
govu trakumsērgas slimībai tāda paša simptoma kā Alzheimera.
Yeah, that's true.
Tas ir patiesi. Jā.
But if prions have created this, the Alzheimer,
Bet, ja prioni ir to,
no.
bet ka prioni to ir radījuši, tas nav patiesi.
That mad cow disease is in reality what we have today as Alzheimer. The expansion of Alzheimer.
Govu trakumsērga realitāte ir tā kā Alzheimer izplatība.
That this expansion of Alzheimer is not Alzheimer, but maybe a cover-up mad cow disease. This I agree with you.
Bet tas, ka pašreizējā Alzheimer,
That the expansion of Alzheimer in the society in reality is not a real Alzheimer like this, but is a mad cow disease masquerading as Alzheimer.
jā, bet sabiedrība izplatīšanās, Alzheimer izplatīšanās sabiedrībā patiesībā nav Alzheimers, bet šī te govs trakumsērgas slimība, kas maskējās kā Alzheimers. Tam es piekrītu.
Why we have the mad cows that is manifesting like Alzheimer?
Kāpēc mums ir šī te govu trakumsērga maskējās kā Alzheimers?
Eating meat,
Tāpēc ēdot gaļu
drinking milk and milk products.
un dzerot pienu un
In that point, I am in favor.
Šajā ziņā es piekrītu.
It's not because the expansion of Alzheimer is not Alzheimer.
Jā, tāpēc, kad Alzheimer izplatība nav Alzheimers.
But no, the prions is not the cause for Alzheimer.
Bet prioni nav izraisītāji.
Do you see the point?
Vai jūs saprotat domu?
Now, I don't want to hold you anymore. You have been very faithful.
Hallelujah.
We need to break up here.
Mums ir jābeidz.
Tomorrow, Indulis will let you know. We start.
Jums dos ziņu.
I thank you very much. I hope that you bring your friends, even your enemies tomorrow.
Es ceru, ka jūs savus draugus un arī ienaidniekus vedīsiet rītdien šeit.
Have a nice evening and God bless you. Thank you so much.
Vakars un